The streets are alive with the sound of rage. Back when beat-em-ups were on top of the world, there were a couple of series that were king, and one of those was Streets of Rage. And while the first game will always be a classic, Streets of Rage 2 improved on everything that was great about the first game to make a game that is arguably even better. Mr. X has returned, and so has his syndicate, and it is up to Max, Axel, Blaze, and Skate to save the city. This is done by going through the streets and beating up every enemy that appears. Each character has gotten an overhauled moveset and many more options available for taking out the syndicate. This makes for the combat to feel even more rewarding, as it requires a little bit more strategy than just mashing the attack button. Also, each enemy now has their own life bar, which comes in handy when trying to prioritize which enemy to attack. But you are not just limited to your fists. Returning is the ability to pick up and use weapons. Using these has been tweaked too, as you can now throw them at will. There are not too many things more satisfying than taking out an entire street of thugs with a lead pipe. It is a little disappointing to see the police attack taken out. This was one of my favorite parts. But instead, it has been replaced with each character getting their own special move. But performing takes away a little bit of health. This requires you to use a little bit more wits when cleaning up the streets. And speaking of the street, said streets have been largely expanded. They are much longer than before, with each level having multiple areas, and each one having a mini-boss and then a main boss at the end. There is a good amount of detail, and I like the elemental effects, although I always hate it when enemies are hiding behind the foreground objects and you can't see who is attacking you. I'm playing it here on the PlayStation 3, which gives the game just that extra level of polish and makes the game look truly outstanding. While the beat-em-up genre has fallen by the wayside, it doesn't change the fact that they are still insanely fun. You need to find a friend and play the local co-op. It is still tremendously fun to clean up the raging streets with a friend.